Welcome back, Proppers. This week's project will be Fallout Vault Gate 31 from the television series. After deciding the scale of the project, I started with the appropriate size circle for the gate opening. The vault gate opening will be transferred onto and cut out of cardstock. For the larger opening of the outer gate, I'll have to use some Bristol sheets. Thanks to Blick Art Materials, I have plenty to work with. For the larger circles, I'll be using my homemade compass. It's still a little rough around the edges. I'll have to make a few adjustments to it later. With the circle templates completed, I'll be cutting out some foam board to sandwich in between the EVA foam to add rigidity to the structure. I started out with styrofoam, which was such a mess. It disintegrated immediately with the slightest application of contact cement or sprayed adhesive. But since I had already gotten started, I decided to soldier through this first section with the styrofoam. To compensate for the melting styrofoam, first I'll attach a layer of cardboard sheets with spray adhesive. The front and back face of this gate entrance will be covered with 6mm EVA foam. Spray adhesive will be used to attach the EVA foam to the cardboard ring. The outer ring will be covered with 10mm EVA foam attached with contact cement. An overlap equal to the width of the gate will be left on the 10mm outer strip. The outer ring will be flush with the back of the gate entrance. A 4-inch opening will be left at the bottom of the outer ring to accommodate the platform. The inner ring will be covered with 4mm EVA foam. With the gate entrance completed, I can get started on the locking tendon joints for the gate itself. I trace out the size and shape before cutting the final template pieces out of cardstock. The position of the tendons are marked out inside the gate entrance. I get started on creating the gate itself out of 2 layers of 10mm EVA foam. Corresponding tendons are marked out on the gate. I locate the center of the gate so I can accurately place the center circle. The position of all the outer detailings of the gates are marked out in advance. All of the recessed detailing is cut out of the first layer of the 10mm EVA foam. The two layers are then attached with contact cement. I use my bandsaw to cut away the excess material. The first layer of external detailing for the gate are cut out of 6mm EVA foam. The 6mm strips are sanded and rounded with my Dremel rotary tool. The individual pieces are then attached to the gate with contact cement. The next layer of external detailing are punched out of 4mm EVA foam. These smaller pieces will be attached to the gate using instant glue. All of the linear details will be accentuated with my USB soldering iron. Some small riveting details are punched out of 4mm EVA foam and attached with instant glue. To get a snug and accurate fit between the gate and the gate entrance, the gate itself is used to create a template for the tendons for the gate entrance. After test fitting and confirming that the entrance template fit correctly, a second template is made and they're attached together with contact cement. The final detail for the gate is punched out of 6 and 10mm EVA foam and attached with contact cement. The vault gate numbers are carved out of 2mm EVA foam. The numbers are then attached to the center of the gate with contact cement. A thin 2mm strip is attached, circling the vault gate numbers. The line for the platform is established and marked out. The platform will be created from a 1/4-inch strip of plywood, 2 strips of 10mm EVA foam, and 1 strip of 6mm EVA foam, all of which will be attached with contact cement. Time to break out a fresh supply of Stephen K. from SKS Props HD foam. You can get your own supply of the best EVA foam available at Blick Art Materials. The gate platform is attached to the gate entrance with contact cement. The bottom opening is sealed with a piece of 4mm EVA foam. With the bulk of the project completed, time to create the tendons that will allow the gate to roll effortlessly across the gate platform. The tendons are cut out of 10mm EVA foam. A strip of 4mm EVA foam is custom fitted for the top of the gate platform. This would have been much easier to do before attaching the platform to the gate entrance, but hindsight is 20/20. After a quick test fitting, that top strip is attached to the gate platform with contact cement. The position of the platform tendons are carefully marked out, and they are attached to the platform with contact cement. Any gaps or imperfections are filled with foam clay. The project is then given 2 coats of gray Plasti-Dip, and some linear details are created with 2mm EVA foam strips. That striping details are attached with contact cement. Small rivets are punched out of 2mm EVA foam and attached to the gate entrance. That attachment is made with instant glue. The entire project is given another coat of gray Plasti-Dip, and some foam board is used to create the wall. An opening is cut into the foam board to recess the gate entrance. Scraps of 10mm EVA foam are attached to the face of the foam board with contact cement. I'll be using some faux metal strapping to hide the spaces between the fragmented pieces of 10mm EVA foam. The back of the board will be covered with a sheet of 4mm EVA foam. That will also be applied with contact cement. After trimming all the excess material, the gate is inserted and sealed into place with contact cement. All gaps in the structure are filled with foam clay. With the structure completed, time to apply the faux metal strapping and to paint the project. The wall was given a misting of black, red oxide, and brick red spray paint. I would have had to apply 20 coats to get the acrylic yellow to get the proper covering, so I decided to mask off the project and spray paint it yellow. The position of the faux metal strapping was then mapped out on the wall. Strips of 2mm EVA foam was used to create the strapping. And it was applied to the wall using contact cement. Small squares of that same 2mm EVA foam were used to create the anchor plates. They were also attached with contact cement. The metal strapping and anchor plates were painted with Liquitex Mars Black. A wash of red oxide was used to give the project a little age. Once again, the acrylic yellow was not giving me the proper coverage, so I had to start with a white primer. The primer worked perfectly, giving the yellow a robust look. With the project completed, I wanted to add a picture inside the gate to give it a little depth. The picture was attached to the back with contact cement and covered with a layer of 2mm EVA foam. And that marks the end to this week's project. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, press that like button, and press the bell notification so you'll be notified when each new video is uploaded. Thank you, I appreciate your support. I'd also appreciate your support by purchasing my 3 books from my action-adventure series, Inherent Evil, Escaping the Green Abyss, and the newest one, Mob Life in the Hood.